Hello, goddesses. What I wanted to talk about today is showing up for yourself. Because you may feel that people in your life have not shown up for you. And the part of the reason is because you haven't shown up for yourself. So if you want to change your circumstances, you need to start showing up for yourself. And to stop looking to outside circumstances and to other people to validate your self-worth. Because the way the universe works is that if you make something outside of you your God, the universe is set up to fail you, to make you realize that you are the only person responsible for your happiness. If you crave love, money, abundance, health, you need to understand and realize that you are the only person who can give it to you. So happiness is your job, and you are the only person responsible for your life. And if you set out with a half-hearted approach, expect to get half-hearted results. If you want your life to change, you need to start showing up for yourself first. You need to make yourself a priority and give yourself the love that you so crave. And this also means making yourself a priority, making yourself the most important person in the world, because you are unique and there's only one you, and you are here for a reason. So you need to treat yourself in a kind and loving way. You need to start showing up for yourself. So this means giving your 100%, giving your all, whether it's love, relationships, health, career, business. Because you can't expect other people to show up for you if you haven't shown up for yourself. So if you're struggling to attract coaching clients, that's because you haven't shown up for yourself. You haven't given it your all. And that's because when you do, you send a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive. So once you start making yourself a priority, you'll start noticing subtle shifts happening in your life. So for example, once I started showing up for myself, even after once I broke up with my boyfriend, he completely turned around and showered me with gifts, love, and affection. I haven't changed anything. I just started showing up for myself. I didn't buy into his crap. And you also start noticing that once you show up for yourself, people and circumstances will change to reflect that change, that shift that happened. And so just remember to give it your all and start showing up for yourself. Give it 100%, because that's the only way you are going to receive the love, abundance, and happiness you crave. Because what happens when you make something outside of you your God, or maybe even suffer from I'll be happy when syndrome. I used to suffer from the I'll be happy when syndrome. So maybe I'll share a personal experience with you. So a few years ago, I set out on a mission to make $5,000 per month. And sure enough, in that very same month, I reached my goal. And my belief was that once I make $5,000, and once I reach my goal, just at that time was a very ambitious goal for me, because at that time I was averaging probably between $2,000 to $3,000 per month. But I did reach that goal. And I not only reached that goal, I exceeded all my expectations, and actually made almost, I actually did make $7,500 in that month. And then the funniest thing happened. So I was expecting that once I reach that goal, I'll be happy. But what happened is the opposite. I was a miserable cow. But that's because I made something outside of me my God. So the universe was set up to fail me, to make me realize that I cannot look for love or validation, appreciation outside of me. And that was a lesson to return me to love, to make me realize that I'm the only person who can give it to me. Because you are the only person, if whatever it is that you crave of, it's health, relationships, abundance, career, business, you are the only person who can give it to you. So if you suffer from I'll be happy when syndrome, you need to realize that the only time to be happy is now. Okay, I get you. So now you can, you're telling me, okay, Sandra, but I'm going through some really traumatic experience and you don't really understand. Okay, trust me, I have been there. I have done that. A few short years ago, I found myself homeless. And what I've learned from that experience is that I cannot look to circumstances outside of me for happiness. Because that was the very moment I realized that I need to start standing up for myself, to start showing up for myself, and I need to make myself a priority. And that's exactly when everything shifted for me. So you cannot expect other people to show up for you if you haven't shown up for yourself first. So if you want your life or circumstances to change, you need to find it within yourself. You need to start showing up for yourself and give it your all, whether it's health, business, relationships, or career, doesn't matter. And once you do, you'll send a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive. So let's say you crave you crave love. You'd love to be in a loving, caring relationship. But the thing is, changing partners won't solve your problem, because you need to look inside. What's the common denominator in all these relationships? You. So most of us have a tendency to blame other people for whatever it is that is not showing up in our life. But when you look inside, you'll notice that the common denominator in all these circumstances is you. So the reason you haven't attracted the love of your life, or you keep going from one unfulfilling relationship to another, is because you haven't given yourself that love. And the same applies to business. So you cannot expect your clients to show up for you because you haven't shown up for yourself first. And once you do, you will attract your clients. So it's understanding that whatever it is, so whether if you're looking to outside circumstances to validate your self-worth, or maybe you looked outside circumstances by blaming others for whatever issues you're going through right now, you need to change that now. Because you need to start showing up for yourself. If you crave love, you need to give it to yourself first. And if you want to attract coaching clients, you need to show up for yourself first. And once you do, you'll notice a shift happening in your life. So just remember that whatever you give out to the universe is what you attract. So if you set up with a half-hearted approach, you're going to get half-hearted results. So like to finish this video off by saying that you are loved and that you need to make yourself a priority. You are the most important person in the world, and you need to act in a way that reflects that. So you need to treat yourself in a kind and loving way, and soon you'll notice that your circumstances start to reflect that change. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video.